Google just revealed they've been training their newest AI models directly on your YouTube videos, and most creators have no idea it's happening. Now, before you panic, let me be clear, this isn't a conspiracy. It's actually the logical next step in how AI learns. But what Google is doing and how they're doing it tells us something really important about where AI is headed, and what that means for creators, for your privacy, and for the entire internet. So here's what went down. A few weeks ago, Google dropped some research showing that their latest video generation models, think of them as AI systems that can understand and create video, were trained on massive amounts of YouTube content. Not just the audio, not just still frames. The actual video itself, the motion, the cuts, the way creators structure visual information. And the question everyone should be asking is, why YouTube? Why not licensed datasets or synthetic data? The answer is simple and kind of unsettling. YouTube is the largest, most diverse video library on Earth. It's got everything. Tutorial videos, vlogs, music videos, documentaries, live streams. Every possible way a human has figured out how to communicate through moving images is on YouTube. If you want to train an AI to understand video the way humans do, YouTube is basically the gold mine. No other company has that. But here's where it gets interesting. Google didn't just grab random videos. They were selective. They focused on videos that had clear structure, good lighting, professional editing. Basically, the kind of content that teaches an AI the most. And that means they were probably scraping a lot of creator content. Channels with millions of views. Channels with hundreds of thousands. Channels with tens of thousands. Now, Google will tell you they did this legally. YouTube's terms of service, which basically nobody reads, does give them broad rights to use content on the platform for research and development. So technically, they're within their rights. But rights and ethics aren't always the same thing, right? Here's what actually matters, though. By training on real YouTube videos, Google's AI models learned not just what video looks like technically. They learned human behavior. They learned how creators frame shots to keep attention. They learned the pacing that works. They learned what kind of cuts and transitions feel natural. They basically absorbed the collective knowledge of millions of creators, knowledge that took those creators years to develop, and baked it into an AI. Which means the next time Google releases a video generation tool, or a video understanding tool, or a recommendation algorithm upgrade, it's going to be better at predicting what humans want to watch because it learned from the actual humans who figured that out. So what does this mean for creators? Well, it's complicated. On one hand, you should know this is happening. Transparency matters. If your content is being used to train AI models that will compete with you or change how your audience finds content, you deserve to know that. On the other hand, this is kind of how the internet works now. Every time you post something, every time you upload, you're feeding the machine. Your data, whether that's video, images, text, whatever, becomes part of the training set for the next generation of AI. Instagram does it. TikTok does it. OpenAI did it. Meta did it. This is the default. But Google doing it at scale with video is different because video is the future. Text-based AI got all the attention, but video AI is where the real power is. Video is how humans understand the world. And if Google's AI understands video the way humans do, they're building something that could reshape entertainment, education, advertising, basically everything. Here's the part that should actually concern you, though. Once these models are trained, they don't need YouTube anymore. Google can generate videos that look and feel authentic without needing to host them on YouTube. They can sell video generation tools. They can license them. They can use them to improve their own products. And creators? Creators get nothing. No credit, no compensation, no say in how their work shapes the future. Some creators are already worried about this. There's been pushback. Some are asking whether they should opt out, whether they should delete their content, whether they should move to other platforms. But here's the thing. Opting out is basically impossible at scale. If you want to reach an audience on YouTube, you have to accept that your content might be used this way. So what should you actually do about this? First, understand what's happening. This isn't a glitch or a mistake. This is intentional. Google is building the future of AI, and they're using your content to do it. That's not evil, it's strategy. Second, stay aware of how these tools get released. When Google launches video generation tools, when they improve their algorithms, when they announce new AI capabilities, that's your signal that your content played a part in building that. and you should think about what that means for your own work. Third, think about what you create and where you create it. If you're concerned about your content being used to train AI, you have options. You can create behind paywalls. You can create on platforms with different terms of service. You can watermark your work or use metadata to mark it as not for training. Some platforms are starting to offer these options. But honestly, the genie's out of the bottle. Video AI training is happening whether we talk about it or not. The question isn't whether it's going to happen. The question is whether you're going to understand how it works and what it means for your future as a creator. And that's why this matters. Because the creators who understand how AI learns from their content are going to be the ones who adapt faster, who stay relevant longer, and who maybe even figure out how to benefit from it instead of just being harvested by it. If you want to actually stay ahead of this stuff, if you want to understand what's coming next before it hits, subscribe. I break down one of these revelations every few days, and you're going to want to know what Google, Meta, and everyone else is actually building.